Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy T,
And it's your boy D.
And this your boy Jay.
and this is Unquoted, your number one source for pop culture commentary, guys. Let's get it. So today I'm gonna let D take it. Go ahead, D. Tell him about it.
Okay, basically, Stephon Marbury has called out Jay-Z for not being a advocate for a good figure for the black community because back in the day he used to, you know, sell crack cocaine to make money. Like he sold it to pregnant women and other black people just to make money, and he feels as if he shouldn't be celebrated as a strong black figure to look up to. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, they've had a beef for like a while. But yeah, if that is all true that Jay-Z did used to do that, that is in his past. And he could be a changed man now, but still at the end of the day, like if that is true, what Stephon Marbury is saying about him, then that is like a big stain on his resume for sure. But still, at the end of the day, I feel like nobody, unless you commit like a super huge break a huge commandment, like commit murder or doing something like super crazy, then I feel like that shit shouldn't be forgiven. But if it's something like that, I feel like that can be forgiven over time. But still, it's a big stain on his resume for sure. If that is true, and he can be have become, he could have become a changed man over time, and became a good person and became an advocate for the black community. But still, at the end of the day, like your past is your past, so some shit can be forgiven after a while.
Well, first to do a little bit of background knowledge on Stephon Marbury, just in case some of you guys don't know, is that he used to be a professional basketball player. Like he used to play for the Knicks. But generally, Stephon Marbury's character is that he's generally like a very giving guy. Because I remember back in the day when he had his shoes, he always wanted to make sure that his shoes were very cheap and very affordable for people to get.
Yeah,
But
the Starburst.
yeah, I remember those. I never wore them, but
They were super
I
cheap.
remember them.
They were
It's nice
super
of him.
cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, I get what he's saying about him like promoting selling drugs and doing all that other stuff. But here's the thing: the thing about that is that, and people have to think about it, is that people choose to listen to that kind of music. So if people didn't like Jay-Z's music, they could have not listened to it. So that's
Hmm.
one thing. So that's people always have free choice. And the other thing I feel about it is that like, bro, this is someone else's past. Everyone has done bullshit that they didn't like in the past. And I get it, like he's got a problem with his past because he's promoting it and he's selling drugs and all this other stuff. But negativity will always be promoted. So I mean, there's movies that promote this shit. Half the movies in the '90s promoted this shit, especially if it was an African American movie. But it's just one of those things. I mean, I think you have to forgive someone for their past. He's not out there selling crack now, and it's kind of like what I say. You can't really use something they used to do like 20 years ago against them now. Like he's not a rapist, he's not a pedophile, he's not a murderer. At least I don't know. Shit, maybe he is, but
Exactly. Like I feel like those are the only things that are like unforgiving, like murder, rape, and like any other like super egregious crime you could possibly think of. But I feel like yeah, something like that can be forgiven after a while, especially if you've been a philanthropist and you've given back to a bunch of people, to not only the black community, but you've been giving back to everyone in need. Like especially if you've just given them back a lot, I feel like that can be forgiven over time. That one
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
on your resume.
Those are all good points, like really good points. Because yeah, it is in Jay-Z's past, and he didn't really kill anybody, but he did make some people become like crack, like
Crack babies.
yeah, yeah. So that like this not the third, but also even though that's part of his past, like did Jay-Z do anything to like rectify it? Like, did he throw money at rehab centers to like get people off that stuff? Because just moving on from your past and then trying to like not do anything to kind of fix it kind of will rub people the wrong way. So if Jay-Z didn't do anything to kind of fix the bad things he did, I can see how someone can like still be upset with him like being like a high figure for black people to look up to.
I mean, you have to think about it. Jay-Z gives millions of dollars each year. So he always was a very charitable guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I see it is that people just gotta take accountability for themselves, because at the end of the day, if you did sell crack to a woman who was pregnant, guess what? She's a crackhead. She's gonna go to another person who sells crack. So I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
people got to learn how to take accountability for the things that they do in life. Like, it's not Jay-Z didn't make her a fucking crackhead. She chose to be a fucking crackhead. He did, he's a drug dealer. He didn't like throw crack in her face and all of a sudden she's a crackhead. But like, she chose to find a guy who sold crack and got crack. So
Yeah.
it's like that's like someone like blaming the grocery store for giving them something. Like, oh, I'm blaming the grocery store because you got me a bag of vegetables. It's like, no, you walked in the grocery store, you purchased the bag of vegetables, and you walked out. They didn't give it to you for free. Jay-Z wasn't selling crack for free,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't blame like someone. You can't blame the drug dealer for dealing the if it's coke. Like let's say it's coke hypothetically. You can't blame the dealer of the coke on the person that took the shit and had a bad reaction to it. It's still that person's fault for taking it to begin with, and they had a bad reaction because they had took it, and it's still their fault. You can't blame the dealer of the drug
I mean, a lot of people can
unless it's
can
to
can
a
see that
minor.
in a very different ways, because you've heard stories about people trying to get other people hooked on crack just to make them repeat customers and things like that. And I think some people like see it as if that drug wasn't there in the first place, then nobody would actually like get hooked on it, and drug
Yeah.
dealers like bringing it around kind of makes it available for people to actually take.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess that is situational.
you have
And if
to.
it,
No, my bad, Jay. Go ahead.
because, yeah, I guess that is situational. Like, I guess your average drug dealer selling to like his regular customers, that's different. That's completely different than Jay-Z giving crack to a bunch of poor people, and that's like their only like source of like escape, and like they end up getting hooked to it and relying on it. That can be seen as like a lot more outrageous than just your typical drug dealer selling weed or selling some regular drugs.
I mean, the way I see it is like, guys, people will always find a way to get high. People are getting high off of inhalants. You know what inhalants is? It's when they sniff a fucking paint can. People will find any way to get fucking high. People are getting high off of fucking what, crocodile piss or something? Bro, people
Whippets.
find
They
Crocodile
use
fish.
whippets now.
yeah, so yeah, people
Yeah,
find
gonna.
any way to get high. It doesn't matter if you're selling crack. You could sell anything that gets people high, and then people automatically, oh, I got like no. People gotta have accountability. You're getting high because you want to get high. That's no one's fault except for you. You have to go and seek help, get a therapist. I'm not making fun of anybody who's got problems like that. We all got fucking problems. I'm not perfect, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's called freedom of choice. You make choices in life. And sometimes choices are bad, sometimes choices are good. You have to live with the consequences. I'm not going to lie and say that rap music has not negatively affected the youth or my life. I'm not going to lie. Because when I was young, I used to want to do a lot of stupid shit because I used to watch a lot of fucking MTV rap videos and want to be a fucking thug and do some dumb shit. I have. I'm not going to sit here on my fucking podium and lie to you guys. But one thing I realized when I got older, hold on, wait, that shit comes with consequences. So if I do A, it might lead to B, and then I might go to fucking jail. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
I get
Everybody. Yeah. Everybody got free will at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And yeah, Jay-Z has given back to a good amount of charities. Like he's definitely shown philanthropic acts. Like I've always heard about it, like here and there, but just doing research, like he's given back to a good amount of charities, such like the Boys and Girls Club of America,
That's good. That's good.
a Global Poverty Project, Grammy Foundation, like Artists for Peace and Justice. Like just looking up the amount of charities he's given back to, like you can definitely like help heal that stain on your resume after it being a long period of time and you've given back. So
Yeah.
I would say,
And I feel as if Jay-Z didn't really want to sell crack cocaine, but he just cause Jay-Z's a hustler at the end of the day, and he saw that probably selling crack cocaine was a very good way to make money, but he also loved rap, so he kind of did both. And once rap took off, that crack cocaine lifestyle of selling it kind of dissipated. So he didn't really want to do it, but it was just a source of money at that time. And now he found bigger and better hustles. And there you go. Can you hear me?
Do you guys have any closing thoughts?
Closing thought was that I can see where Stephon is coming from, but I feel as if Jay-Z is still a good person to like look up to in the Black community.
Yeah, you can definitely still be an advocate for the Black community. Jay-Z hasn't committed something that's super egregious and unforgivable to the extent where it's just like no matter what you do, it can't be undone. But yeah, Jay-Z's given back enough to the point where he can still be known as an advocate for the Black community.
My closing thought is Stephon Marbury is fucking reaching as hell for this shit. Not only that, but he's petty as hell. This is some petty ass shit. You want to go back? 20 years ago, you used to sell crack to. You're fucking reaching, bro. That shit is a reach. There's so many celebrities that used to do so much grimy stuff back in the day, especially like Mark Wahlberg, especially him. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, guys. I think at the end of the day, you have to look at the person, what they've done for it, especially if what they did was, 20 plus years ago? Mm-hmm. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But this has been your boy T.
This has been your boy D.
This has been your boy J.
And we are out.